More Larry King tonight.
Earlier this morning, we told you about the Coffee Bean Caucus, the informal barometer of which way the voters here in Iowa City may go, and maybe across the state. Barack Obama and Ron Paul were in the lead at 6 a.m., but both were outnumbered by undecided voters. Let's see if that's still the case. Dave Panther is the owner of the Hamburg Inn No. 2 diner and creator of the Coffee Bean Caucus. Atul Nakhasi is president of the University of Iowa College Democrats, and John Mulrooney is the secretary. They all join us. Let's, first of all, Dave, walk us through the Coffee Bean Caucus. We had an awfully full jar of coffee beans here for Barack Obama.
Yes.
You've been counting them all morning. What did you find?
Well, we found that Barack did win, and by a substantial margin. I think he's got 1,700 plus, and then Hillary came in at 800, and Ron Paul is still leading the Republicans.
Now, as we've said before, the Johnson County is a hugely Democratic area, so we could expect to see many more coffee beans for the Democrats. Also significant that 215 coffee beans for the undecideds. Do you think we'll see that play out in the caucuses tomorrow night?
I think it's going to be a major factor on who actually comes out as how the undecideds are going to vote.
But have you made up your mind yet?
Yes, I have. I'm actually going to caucus for Hillary.
Interesting, right? Well, let's go over here and talk to Atul Nakhasi and John Mulrooney as well. You're not only president of the College Democrats here at the University of Iowa in Iowa City, but you are holding your own caucus tonight. Typically, we would think of somebody who would be the chairman of a caucus as being maybe somebody in their 40s and 50s. You're 20 years old.
Lucky enough to run one at 20 years old. That's right, and just turned 20 a couple months ago too. It's an extraordinary opportunity to, lead one for students in the largest student precinct in the state of Iowa. It's going to be a fun time.
How many people are you expecting out tonight?
We're expecting over 200 students, and including ones coming back from all across the Midwest to caucus here in the middle of break.
What's really interesting is the number of people who are coming back, John, in the middle of break. Barack Obama obviously has put a lot of his chips down on this idea that students will come back. Are they just that interested in politics here in Iowa?
Well, there's an interesting dynamic on our campus, especially a large percentage of our out-of-student body comes from the Chicagoland area, which is well known to be a very strong area for Senator Obama.
It's only a 3.5-hour drive, because I know I made it last night.
So I think some of the controversy about bringing out-of-state students back into town might revolve around the fact that a large percentage of those out-of-state students are going to be very much in support of the senator.
So who's got the most buzz, Atul, and what are the issues that are most important to college students?
Sure. Without a doubt, Obama's doing very well on campus, but we're seeing students take a second look at candidates. We're really seeing students analyze the candidates to a deeper extent, including the issues, which is pretty remarkable.
And what's the number one issue?
We have the Iraq War, but college affordability and higher education are massive issues. And there's 120,000 Democratic caucus scores in the state of Iowa, and there's 220,000 college students across the state. So if we wanted to really determine this election, the youth have the potential.
Yeah, they certainly
do. See that.
Well, good luck at your first caucus tomorrow night. It should be good.
First caucus and running one, too.
There you go. Atul Nakhasi, John Mulrooney, and, of course, Dave Panther, thanks very much. Karen, the beans have spoken here. The Coffee Bean Caucus bringing a little bit of fun into Iowa this morning. We'll find out just how accurate they are. Barack Obama, the winner here at the Hamburg Inn No. 2 diner. Karen?
All right, sounds great, John. Thanks so much. Here's a quick look at what CNN Newsroom is working on for the top of the hour.
See these stories in the CNN Newsroom. The final day of campaigning for the Iowa caucuses.